Hey there, this is Purplesuede22, Head of Community at OrdinalsBot, and I have another walkthrough video for y'all. What we're going to look at today is the Launchpad for Ordinals on OrdinalsBot, and so let's go ahead and dive in. We're on the homepage here, OrdinalsBot.com. We're going to click on Launch Collection in the upper right-hand corner. You can see I've already got my wallet connected up above. I'll give y'all a quick look at what that looks like if you just click on Connect here. We have several different wallet options to choose from. I'll be using Xverse for today's video, so you just click Connect, sign that message, and then you're connected. Points balance will display if you've minted or used OrdinalsBot in the past, and we can dive in. You can see our URL is OrdinalsBot.com/launchpad, and by default we're on collection mint, so that's what we'll be looking at today. Click next, and now we're just going to get into the nitty-gritty. This Launchpad is a great way to launch your collection. If you don't have another place to launch it, we'd love to help you launch your collection. A lot of people don't know you actually can just go ahead and fill out all this information on the Launchpad, and you don't really need to contact the team first to get things started. So if you have your images ready to go and you've got all your website ready and all that good jazz, go ahead and come to the Launchpad and get started. Let's dive in. The collection name first. I'm just going to be doing a lot of dummy test stuff today, but obviously you fill this in with whatever you want your collection name to be. So we're going to go with purple because we love purple around here. And you can see that the slug here is updated. So this is going to be your Launchpad URL, ordinalsbot.com/mint/ whatever your collection name is. For me, that's purple. Next, we're going to select the category. So there's a bunch of different things here: art, domain names, gaming, video, memberships, music, PFPs, photography, collectibles. Pick what's most relevant for you. I'm just going to go with collectibles. Creator name, obviously you already know who that is. Fill that in there. Description: this project is the coolest purple collection around. You add whatever type of description you'd like in there. That'll be populated on the landing page once we get your collection approved. Email address, this will remain private. I recommend using a burner or a Proton Mail or something like that. Website, if you have a website, go ahead and fill that in there. I don't have a website of my own, so I'll just fill in the Twitter. If you've got a Discord link, you can go ahead and share that there. And again, all these, the website, the Discord will be populated on your Launchpad for easy access for your mentors. Next, we're going to look at the mint details. Now, this part's really cool, okay? This is a new feature for OrdinalsBot. You can either typical pay with Bitcoin method, or you can pay with token pay runes. So let me just look at both of these real quick. The mint price is going to be for each particular ordinal that you want to mint, and it's going to be payable in Bitcoin. So this says, for example, 0.0009, which at current market would be a little expensive, I think, but 0.123, let's say 1. And then we automatically pull the Bitcoin payment address from your connected wallet, which is why I wanted to show y'all how to connect your wallet at the beginning. If you want to change that to a different wallet address, you can do that here, but do make sure that you're using an actual Bitcoin payment address and not a Taproot there, because we want to send you the Bitcoin that you're going to be paid. Now, if you want to instead accept runes as payment for your mint, which is a really cool thing, if you already have a project underway and you want to accept your own rune, you can do that. Or if you want to accept just another popular rune, you can do that as well. So switch that over to token pay. That's one of the most famous runes out there. We check to see if that rune is a valid rune. I actually created one. If you watched my walkthrough video on how to mint and etch a rune, the one that I created is called purple. So we'll just put that there. The rune price per mint, this is going to be how many runes are required. So I can just put 1,000 there. So 1,000 purple runes will be required to mint this particular collection. Okay, same as before, receive address. Now we're going to move down to the allow list. Okay, just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to change this back to Bitcoin because that's what most of y'all will be using anyway. The allow list, you just click on enable allow list. This will allow, obviously, a allow list phase of your mint, so that way you can gate this where only a certain amount of people can mint. Obviously, if you're doing this, you probably know what an allow list is, but just to be clear here, whenever you're collecting your addresses, the way that you need to have them in your basically Excel file, or the way that you copy and paste into this field, as you can see, is the address, comma, no space, and then the amount of mints that that particular address will be allowed. So I've got a Taproot address stored right here. There it is. You can do comma after the end, and then say we wanted that address to mint 5. You can put 5 there. And you would do that with every single wallet address that you would like to allow list in that phase. Now we're going to move on to the cool part of the Launchpad, where we're going to put your images. So we'll click on banner first. This needs to be, recommended size is 600 by 600 pixels, so square. I've got a cool image of Hal Finney here that I'm going to use for my banner. Then we're going to move over to featured image. I'm just going to use my profile picture for that. And now we're down to the collection items. Now these assets, keep in mind, they need to be less than 350 kilobytes each. The name of the game with Ordinals is file size. Most file size you can upload is 4 megabytes or just under that. That's a full Bitcoin block, and you'll probably need the help of a miner if you want to do that. If you're looking to inscribe a 4 mega, as we call it, go ahead and reach out to our team over Discord. Discord. You can open an official support ticket and ask us about those details. We'd be happy to help you inscribe a 4 megabyte file. We have inscribed 9 out of 10 of the largest files currently on Bitcoin, and it's a really cool service. We'd be happy to help you join the ranks of the largest files out there. However, if you're not looking to break any records, do make sure that your files are optimized before uploading. That would be best because you're going to save a good bit of money, but I can show you what it looks like without optimizing, just so that you have an idea. So we're going to click on upload here, and I'm going to just select a couple of these lower res images. I tried uploading some of these like high def photos of Toby, and then we've got Bruff here as well, but they're so large that it's going to be prohibitively expensive. Okay, so we've got all of those files uploaded there. You can add metadata after you upload those files. So if you have a JSON file that you would like to include with metadata, you can do that there. I'll do another walkthrough video about how to create your own metadata file and upload that at some point. That is forthcoming. All right, now at the bottom here, we have an asset preview. So you can actually click through and see the file name, which is important, along with an image preview of each one of the images that you uploaded. So here's what we're looking like. Now check here to confirm that the assets, file names, and metadata is matching. And I want to come back up real quick on the metadata point, just point out that the input metadata files must match the exact name and order as the files that you uploaded. The order for me is this profile picture, this Pizza Ninja, and then Billy's profile picture. And those file names are displayed right here at the bottom. You can see that change as I click through. When you upload your metadata, the order and the file names must match for the metadata to work. That's super important. So make sure you pay attention, double check that when you upload. And then once you've double checked, go ahead and check that box and say, okay, yes, I did double check. They are accurate. And now we're going to click on next. Paying attention to the name of the game. Ordinals and Bitcoin are forever. So whenever you inscribe something, you want to make sure that it's as accurate as it possibly can be. So we're going to review the collection. It'll show the number of assets at the top, if you included any metadata, how many addresses are on your allow list. And if you remember, I only put 1, so that's good. The name, creator address, that's great. The price, there's my ID here. That's going to be included in the URL that I mentioned earlier. Everything looks good to go. We didn't include a website or a Discord, but if you did, those would show up there. So let's click next. And some final checks before we submit. Before submitting, you will need to agree to the following. You agree that you have the right to submit this collection and that it does not violate any intellectual property rights. In my case, I'm actually using some dummy pictures that I'm not going to be inscribing that would violate copyrights or someone else's intellectual property rights because they've already inscribed it. Please make sure that you're not violating anything like this. You agree that the collection does not contain any illegal or not safe for work content. You agree that OrdinalsBot will not be held responsible for any damages caused by the collection, and the collection can be removed at any time. Super obvious there. You are responsible for your own art, and OrdinalsBot is a launchpad that comes with our own set of what we deem as appropriate. And finally, we're going to click submit. And now this says here, keep in mind that may take a little bit depending on the number of files. Since I only had a few files that were uploaded, it went fast, but definitely leave that page up and let it load to make sure that everything goes okay. Like I mentioned, here is the URL. Before I click on the URL, I do want to say that all of the collections that are submitted by the Launchpad are reviewed by the team. You have to manually approve those collections just to make sure they follow the guidelines that you just agreed to. That time varies depending on when you submit the collection. If you're submitting on the weekend, our team is small and we're not typically around as much on the weekend, so it might take a little longer. If you're looking for speed, I would highly recommend doing it. Most of the team is in the Europe region, so I would submit earlier in the morning and on a weekday if you're looking to get that through fast. A little alpha for you. Here's the slug that I mentioned that we would get as Launchpad. You can click on that and we'll pull up a preview. And this is where you'll send people to mint down the road. As you can see, the collection is currently processing and it's going to be approved by the team or denied by the team if you broke any of those rules. But assuming you didn't break those rules, the collection will be approved and then you'll be able to share your mint at the appropriate mint time there. So there you have it. That's a super easy way to go through and launch your own collection. It's a way that you can personally create a web page for your mentors and users to be able to come and mint your PFP or art collection on OrdinalsBot. If you're a larger project and you're looking to really make a splash, we'd love to be able to talk with you about your project. You can hop in our Discord and open a support ticket. Again, just as a reminder, if you're looking to do this for yourself, just go to ordinalsbot.com/launchpad. Make sure that little ticker there is on collection mint. Hit next to get started. And in a future walkthrough video, I will do the same thing for runes. We have a runes launchpad that makes minting and etching super easy, and that will be coming soon. So this has been Purplesuede22, Head of Community OrdinalsBot. If you're watching this video on X, which I hope you are, then go ahead and hop on over to our YouTube channel and you can check out all of our walkthrough videos with our handy dandy walkthrough playlist that is pinned to the top of our homepage on YouTube. I will see you there. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next walkthrough video. Cheers, y'all.